How does it feel to be restarting this YouTube channel? And the answer actually surprises me a little bit, and I'll explain why. But restarting this YouTube channel right now feels super weird and super uncomfortable for me. And so I thought, what better thing to do when you're feeling weird and uncomfortable with something than to make a YouTube video and talk about it? Why is it so surprising to me that I feel so weird and so uncomfortable when I sit down to make content for my YouTube channel? Okay. So, a little bit of background for those of you that don't know, I've been a coach online for the last 5 years. I've been pretty successful attracting my clients and attracting students and doing all kinds of stuff on social media. There is tons of video content out there of me. I'm on video conferences almost every day, but definitely every week and multiple times a week. I speak in front of groups on video conference of up to and over 100 people at a time, and I feel totally cool with that stuff. So why now that I've decided to put some energy and put some thought and put some real effort into my YouTube channel, which is something I haven't really done. I've used YouTube for years, but not really to like be a YouTuber, more just as a place to store video and have unlisted videos to send to my clients and stuff like that. I've been doing that for years and a little bit of video content here and there, but it's always been stuff that like I recorded in a different context and then I just shared it on YouTube. So why now that I'm getting serious and I'm excited to grow my YouTube presence and make a real go at it, why is there so much internal resistance? Why does it feel so weird? Why does it feel so uncomfortable? Geez, it's oddly warm in this in this conference room. Maybe I'll turn down the temperature actually, if that's possible. 24 degrees. Okay. Okay. Anyways, why? And yesterday I recorded my first new video for this channel. I did it in about one take. I edited it. I got the thumbnail up, I got it posted. I'm pretty happy with the result. But even that, like it felt weird. It felt like it took more effort than it should have, and I'm not saying that I'm the greatest presenter on video to ever exist. And I'm not saying that, it shouldn't take effort. I'm just like, I just couldn't get why was there so much internal resistance? And then today it kind of hit me and it's so obvious. It's new. It's a new thing that I'm doing. I've never, with intent and with an actual plan, I've never decided to grow my YouTube presence and to grow my YouTube channel and to make YouTube content in a serious way. This is something that's totally new for me. And just because I got comfortable making video content for Instagram and making reels and making video content for Facebook and private Facebook groups and going live in those contexts doesn't mean I'm going to feel totally comfortable right away making YouTube content. And so, when I had that realization, and like I said a minute ago, I had the realization that, hey, maybe I should just make a video about this because maybe there's other people out there. Maybe you're experiencing the same thing. Maybe you've had success in other areas of your life, or maybe you've had success in, certain other contexts and you're trying something new and it's surprising you a little how weird it feels or how uncomfortable it feels. And I guess, if I could give you any tip or any advice, it's that I think that's okay. I think that when we do try a new thing, when we do start a new initiative, when we do something that might be familiar but is technically different, we're gonna feel weird potentially, or we're gonna feel uncomfortable, or we're gonna have a little bit of internal resistance when we're getting started. And I think that's okay. And so, like, what's the remedy? What's the remedy? I asked myself. And, in asking myself that, I realized I've dealt with this before. This is not new. I'm right now about to go into my 6th year in business. I'm just hitting the end of my 5th year in business. And like, this isn't new. I mean, it is new, but it isn't new because like these are the same feelings. This is the same weirdness. This is the same internal resistance I felt when I first started growing my Facebook presence, and a little bit to a lesser degree when I first started growing my Instagram presence. So the remedy at the time was, and I'll break this down a little bit, the remedy at the time was just do it. Just do it. Well, what does that mean? Just force yourself to take action? Kinda. Yeah. Seek out information that makes it easier, seek out tips from people who've already done it, but ultimately you got to just do it. But to go a little bit beyond that, I thought back, 5 years ago, 5.5 years ago, when I was starting this business, which, now has grown into what it is. Um, what did I do to get over that initial hurdle? And what I did was I went live on Facebook every day, sometimes twice a day. I think I was actually going live on Facebook doing video content twice a day for at least a month. And boy, did it work. Boy, did it work. And so I guess this video, in addition to just sharing about these weird feelings and this internal resistance and this discomfort that I'm having, hopefully for the benefit of other people who might be in the same situation, I guess this video is also a reminder to myself to just do the work. Have you ever heard this expression? The process is the shortcut. The process is the shortcut. Or, in other words, there are no shortcuts. You just got to do the work. And so, I think the plan is to just go through this phase of being uncomfortable and of this activity of creating content that's specific for YouTube. Just go through this phase of it being uncomfortable and maybe being clumsy and maybe being less than easy most of the time, until it feels easier, until it feels better, until it feels smoother the way it did on the other platforms, the way it did in other contexts, the way it does when I'm, speaking in very familiar territory. Like if I'm on a Zoom call with 20 of my own members or clients from my memberships or wherever, it feels easy. And logically, I know this is going to become that way too. And by the way, this is the first and only take I'm doing for this video. And I can tell you now, probably 3/4 of the way through recording it, I'm actually already starting to feel better about this. And just, I guess, just bringing this discomfort and why it exists and how to move past it into conscious awareness. And I guess potentially sharing it with whoever might find it interesting or valuable is part of the remedy too. You know, they're saying that now is a better time than ever to grow, to start or restart or to grow a YouTube channel, because these days, authenticity and real value and real honest sharing without the polish, without the overly produced, I guess, video content. Nothing wrong with that stuff, by the way. I love a good polished, highly produced video. But what they're saying on YouTube, the people who are becoming successful recently on YouTube, what they're saying is you don't necessarily need all that stuff anymore if you have the authenticity, if you have the willingness to share, in a very real way, your expertise and your experience, and I guess in a sense what you're doing as you're doing it. So, part of deciding to create this video was my attempt, at least, at doing that. So, anyways, I guess I'm gonna wrap it up there. The question in the video was, how does it feel to be restarting my YouTube channel? And the answer was, it feels really weird and really uncomfortable. And after talking it through, I guess just now with myself and with you folks in YouTube land, it feels somewhat less uncomfortable. It feels somewhat less weird. And the room is starting to cool down. The thingy works. Okay, so I guess that's going to be it for this video. If you found it helpful, I would love to hear that. Please drop your comments in the comments. If you have questions, drop your questions in the comments. Like, subscribe. I would truly appreciate that. There's more to come, more content to come. Like I said, I've set the goal. I'm growing the presence here on YouTube. And that's going to be it for this one. Thanks, everyone, and see you in the next one.